Back when Sister Wives first started airing, it was kind of hard to distinguish between all the kids, right? There were just so many. Meri has one child, Janelle and Christine each have 6, and when Robyn came into the family she had 3 children from her first marriage, and she and Kody had 2 more together. That means there are 18 kids altogether. That's Duggar territory. Of course, as the years have gone by and the seasons have accumulated, we've learned more and more about everyone in the family, and now it's easy to tell them all apart. We know that Maddie has started a family of her own, as has Michaelty, and we know that Mariah is really into activism and that Gabriel is very headstrong, that kind of thing. And now, interestingly enough, we know that Paedon truly seems to enjoy some good old-fashioned gossip. We're not sure exactly how it happened, but in the past few months Christine's only son has really been dishing up the dirt on his famous family. He's trolled Robyn about the infamous Nanny Scandal, you know, that whole thing about how she and Kody were extremely strict with the rules pertaining to COVID. So much that they wouldn't allow any other family members to visit, but somehow they were comfortable with a nanny coming in and out of their home. He's revealed that Kody doesn't love his other wives the way he loves Robyn, that she's his soulmate, and he even admitted to hitting his little sister during an argument. There doesn't seem to be much he won't share, and during a lengthy Instagram live he did last night, he shared a whole lot more. Paedon answered questions for around 2.5 hours, so we can't really go over everything that was discussed, but there were definitely some highlights, one being that the nanny that caused so many issues in the family? Yeah, apparently she's been fired, at least that's what he last heard. He did the video with some friends so he got distracted quite a bit, so he didn't really say anything else about what happened, but still, it's fun to know, huh? As for some other family relationships, he said that he and Gwen, the sister he slapped, still don't talk, and he's also not close with Mariah or her fiancé copyright, Audrey, who has blocked him on social media. And since the topic came up, he insisted that he doesn't have an issue with anyone in the LGBT+ community, including his siblings and their partners, and that he believes that everyone should live their lives in a way that's authentic and fulfilling to them. But he also misgendered Audrey, who came out as trans last year, and said that he would use their preferred pronouns only if he was directly asked, which was kind of weird. He said that he's not close to Robyn, not because he has anything against her, but because there's just not much for them to ever talk about with each other. But he also suggested that he's not close to Meri either. He lives in Utah, about an hour away from her bed and breakfast, but he's never even been by the place. In general, he seems to be closest with Janelle's sons and Christine's older daughters, but as always, he maintains that he loves and cares about everyone in the family, regardless of how much they talk or get along. Elsewhere in the live, someone asked him if there had been any building on Coyote Pass yet, and his answer to this was notable as well. "I have no idea if building on Coyote Pass has started," he said. "I'm sorry, I don't care about Coyote Pass." He did confirm that Christine sold her part of the land back to Kody, and that he thinks even now that she's gone, they still won't build the one big house if they ever build at all. Later on, he was asked if he thinks the family will stay in Flagstaff, and didn't seem to think there was much of a chance of that. The issue is that Kody has what Paedon called a 7-year itch when it comes to moving. After around 7 years in one's place, he gets the urge to make another big move. We're not sure how literal he was being, but it was 7 years after the Browns moved to Las Vegas that they packed up and moved to Arizona, so there's at least some chance we could see another big move in a few years. Would anyone really be surprised if that's how things played out? And about all of those rumors that Janelle is going to be the next to leave Kody, Paedon's got a comment. "Janelle is currently still with Dad," he confirmed. There you have it. Well, not all of it, like we said. Paedon went on and on for quite a while, but these are the most scintillating bits. Wonder what he'll come up with next?